Hey guys, I just wanted to show a preview of a funny thing I'm making, so here we go. There's also this part where there's slower drums. So that's it. See you guys.